It was very intimate.
Welcome. Welcome to the first episode of Opposition Views for the season, and what better way to bring in the St Kilda Collingwood opening round clash than my good mate Sammy. You'll see him, you probably know him from Type Media and a lot of TikTok.
Yeah,
You're big on TikTok.
Footy is back tonight, which means one thing. My mood, personality and will to live is entirely dependent on the bounce of a Sherrin and 22 blokes in little shorts on a patch of grass and sticks at either end. Fuck, it's good to be back.
Maybe you've seen him surfing as
yeah.
well. You were telling me about your surfing.
Yeah. Apologies to anyone.
Or
that's
maybe
saying
you've
that.
seen him with those, what are those St Kilda dreadlock
the pants.
the beanie thing that you usually wear.
The pants comes out. Yeah.
Mate,
People
how you
know.
been?
Yeah, good mate. I'm really good. I'm excited for the season to start. I'm very fucking close to you right now.
Yeah, it's a very intimate. Opposition Views is very intimate.
Yeah, it's going to be very intimate on Sunday when there's supposedly more than 90,000 people at the stadium.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting because we haven't had more than 81
Yeah,
people
far out.
before.
Like 81 is in just
people.
not even thousands, like 81 people at a home game.
Yeah. It's like 81,000, which is still like it's not that much. I think that might have been a final or something. Yeah, so big crowd, big game. Obviously opening round, and we know that everyone loves opening round. You guys love opening round.
We love it so much that we thought, let's stay in Melbourne this year.
Let's pull it to the G. I don't hate that idea. I think it's good. Kickstart footy the right way.
Well, it's Formula One. Ed Sheeran might be making a surprise.
Yep.
Big St Kilda supporter Ed Sheeran might be making a surprise appearance. It's look, there's a lot. I know it's opening round or the first round, whatever you want to sort of call it, the first game. There's still a lot riding on it for both clubs. How do you feel after the big preseason that you guys had? How do you feel going into this game with, when was the last time you went into a season with so much expectation?
Not in adult memory.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
So, gee whiz, I'm trying to think. I genuinely can't remember a time where the supporter base has been this galvanised. Like people are usually like, they don't tell you they're St Kilda fans. No one does that. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm a St Kilda fan. That's embarrassing. Whereas now people are like, I go for the Saints. People are coming out of the woodworks because I think there is finally something to get excited about. Now, getting excited about something and actually seeing success are two very different things. Yeah. We've been here before. Same thing kind of happened in, I think it was 2018 when we brought in all these big hitters that were supposedly going to turn the tide and it never happened.
Yeah.
Does it feel different this time? Yes, it does. But it's hard not to be excited. I mean, it's every pre-season though. Like whether you're at the bottom of the ladder or the top of the ladder, anything can happen. It's anyone's game.
And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, no ballers being kicked yet, no points. You haven't lost 4 points, you haven't won 4 points. It's the excitement of the preseason. I'm seeing that a lot with Collingwood, seeing our young kids come through. We even lost our 2 practice matches, but 1 practice matches don't really mean too much. But we got a good look at the kids, and that I was so excited. I couldn't care less if North beat us by 100 points. We got to see the kids play for the first time in a long time because that's one of our big knocks. So Sunday, speaking of the kids, we might have a couple of debutants because our 2 backmen are injured. Our 2 premiership backmen are injured. How does that make you feel?
It certainly brings a bit more confidence to the forefront, but I mean, Collingwood's always a team. I'd never count you out. I'd never, and I'm not just saying that because you're here.
And so close to you as well.
You could be 18th, you could be 4th, you could be anywhere in between. There's something to be said for the Magpie Army, and there's something to be said for that team's desire to win. So, 2 backmen missing, does it work in our favour? Yes. Will it turn the tide? I don't think so, because I think you've got a next man up approach, and I think you'll just find someone to plug a hole. I think your run and carry game plan's good enough. McRae's always got you humming. You don't really when you do lose games, they're not really bad losses. Maybe, round 0 last year was the anomaly. Pumped by GWS. But the other thing is we don't really have a tall forward line. Like Ryan Marshall's probably going to be playing as our key forward. I don't even think he's anywhere near 200 centimetres. Maybe 194, 195, maybe. So we don't have a dedicated key forward. So that's another element to add to that packet. But I'm excited, man.
No, I can only imagine. Like, staying on that topic or that point for a second. I think that's why Collingwood supporters were like, "Why isn't Darcy Moore playing? We need him." We go up against Adelaide next week, all tall forwards.
Yep.
I think I can understand why they didn't want to rush him back for the St Kilda game. Like you said, it's pretty much your small, medium forwards that are going to do the most damage. We saw Naz, and we'll talk about him in a sec, but we saw Naz kick 4 goals as a resting forward, but still have 28 and 800, 800 metres gained or something. Like, an incredible pre-season game. And I know I just said, pre-season doesn't mean too much, but you see those numbers and you go, fuck, some of these guys, they can play football,
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I just feel super grateful that we're living in a time where we probably get to see, I'd argue 3, probably 4 generational players.
Yeah.
Butters, Bonts, Dacos, Nazire.
Yeah.
All awesome. Like, how good is it to watch those guys? And watching those two go head-to-head on Sunday is going to be a fucking treat. They are going to be stealing points off each other every 5 minutes.
And do you reckon?
Can't wait.
Do you reckon we will see them? Because Naz will play obviously in the middle, Nick in the middle. Do they just, for the theatre of it, do they line up on each other? Just for one.
I'd love that.
I was going to say bounce, but one throw up.
Yeah, they're probably going to get tagged out. I imagine Ross will send a tagger to Dacos.
Yeah.
And I imagine you guys will probably send a tagger to Naz. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, let the good guys play the game.
I think it's just disrespectful to good players and shuts them out of the game. And it's also disrespectful to the people who have to put on the tag. It's like, you're not good enough to kick the ball, but you are good enough to chase him down.
Hold someone and yeah.
But yeah, seeing them go head to head, that'd be magic. That would be magic.
Just like the first ball up, just put them next to each other, get a bit of touchy-feely, and then let them do whatever they want for the rest of the game.
And they're very different players. Like, the way they play the game is polar opposite from one another. Yes, they're in the same position, so it's not even really a comparison thing. We'll just be like, okay, what tricks can you pull on each other?
Exactly.
I don't know. Show me that. It'll be a good show. But yeah, again, it's round 0. Like I'd argue that round 0 to round 5 is where you kind of need to try and find your footing a bit.
Yep.
So, is a win or loss really important? Obviously, a win's great, but finding your footing, finding that momentum, honourable losses, it's not really a thing, but losing in a way of which that you can be proud of and winning in a way of which you can be proud of are the most crucial elements, particularly in those early rounds because they're so formative to the rest of the season. People get carried away with, fuck, we lost round 0 by 40 points. Oh my God, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's a long season, man. So, as long as you find your footing at the right time, and it's all about the right time when you hit your run at the right time. But yeah, I'm so keen.
So on that, what does a great season for St Kilda look like this year? We know you bring on, all of these sort of players, and we were talking off camera a little bit where, 4 or 5 guys aren't going to, change the whole landscape really quickly. But like you said, long season, they might not change the first 12 rounds, but the next 12 rounds, they could. So what does that look like?
No, this is the thing, right? And you want to see in any sort of business, whether it be a football club or otherwise, you want to see continuous improvement.
Yep.
Now, if that continuous improvement comes in the forms of we get 2 extra wins, 3 extra wins, and come 10th or 9th or 8th, that's okay, as long as the improvement is there. I think the main thing for me is we've had a number of blowout losses over the last 2 years. We've been pumped backwards by the doggies. Had the brakes beaten off us by Brisbane on several occasions. Taylor's oldest time. We even kind of got bent over by West Coast a bit. They beat us by 30 odd points.
I remember that game. Yeah.
So, and I don't think blowouts are acceptable. If you are a good team, you don't have blowouts. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Good teams don't concede high scores. So for me, it's less the ladder position and the making finals and more of the, okay, are we closing that gap, improving our percentage, adding a few wins? The rest will come.
Yeah.
It's not going to change overnight. I know all the Saints fans are really optimistic at the moment, which is great. I love it. But, bringing in all these players, it's a lot of change to make in one pre-season. Is it enough time to galvanise and have all the pieces in place? I don't know. I could be wrong. I could also be very wrong. We could do an Adelaide and become minor premiers.
Well, that's it. But there's a fine line between optimism and realism. And in football, especially in the position that St Kilda in, because Collingwood have been in a similar position, you have to tread both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you don't want to be too overconfident, because then it's like, oh, but you said we're going to finish top 6, and look what's happened now. So if you set those, like you said, continuous improvement, set those little goals, you could do an Adelaide and come first. But because Adelaide at the start of the season weren't saying, oh, our aim is to become first this year. It's continuous improvement. No. Everything else will find its place.
That's the thing. Like, have the desire to win, have the desire to improve, have the desire to be better. And as they said in the Saints documentary, we want to be the best Saints ever.
Yeah.
That's the aim of the group. That's the modus operandi, and I love that.
Yeah.
You've got to want to be better, because the competition's tough. It's really tight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really tight. Like I reckon I'd do a ladder predictor once a week, which is such a fucking waste of time, by the way. And every week it changes. It's like, okay, well, this team's going to come first. This team's missing out on finals, and I'm going to shuffle this team in. Like it's so tight, the competition. It's anyone's game. Obviously, there are standouts. Your Geelongs, your Gold Coasts. Probably at the moment, that's probably a bit rich.
Yeah.
Maybe Sydney this year.
Yeah.
Then
Eddie
obviously
Kernow,
Brisbane.
yeah.
Probably the best team in it. But it's anyone's game. I mean, we seem to forget pretty quickly. Brisbane were at the bottom of the ladder for a very, very long time.
The go-home
not
five,
not that long ago. Melbourne finished 9th before their flag year. You guys were 18th, 2 years before you won the flag, or 3?
Yes, I think 17th. A couple of years, a couple of years before we won the flag.
So things can change quickly, and you got to have that self-belief, and you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, that's the fun of pre-season, isn't it? Like, just the hope, and that's what kills you.
Yeah, it's the hope
that absolutely kills you. But on Sunday, how are you expecting the game to go? If you were to fortune teller the game, how are you expecting the game to go?
I am expecting, first of all, for the crowd to be an 85 to 15% split. High supporters.
Yeah,
I don't think that's unreasonable.
You don't need a fortune teller to tell you that.
I think we're going to be heavily outnumbered. Now, two things are going to happen. One is we crumble under the pressure. I could see that happening. The Saints fans won't like me saying that, but it's true though. We've done it before.
Yeah.
We've done it at Spud's game multiple times. Sometimes the lights are a bit too bright on the big stage. I could see that happening. I don't think there's any world in which you guys don't come out of the blocks red hot.
Yeah.
I just don't think that happens. I don't think you're ever going to be a team to do that as long as McRae's in charge. And I think you're going to take the fight right up, regardless of personnel, regardless of whether I can name more than 8 players that you have out there, which I was struggling with when you played North.
Yeah.
For us, I think I just want to see, I want to see more flowing game.
Yep.
This shit boring contested defensive football, it doesn't work. Hasn't worked in the last couple of years. It's it's a product of yesteryear. It doesn't win you finals. It doesn't always win you games, and it definitely does not win your flags.
Yeah.
It's not 2020 anymore.
Yeah.
So that from the looks of things has subsided. I like a free-flowing run and gun game, and I want us to score well. The thing I noticed about the practice matches, we were finding different avenues to goals. It's not relying on the same individuals to kick goals. You have Naz kicking 4, Max Hall kicking some, Cooper Sharman, Mitch Owens, all these players are sort of pooling in.
Yeah.
That's what a successful team does.
Yeah, it's not just relying on just one.
Yeah, exactly. You can't rely on one or two blokes. To be the same guys to drag you over the line or the scruff of the neck every week. But I expect us to show up, and I expect us to fight. Now, if that results in us losing, it's not the end of the world. If it results in us winning, fantastic. Will I go out all night? Probably.
You still go out all night if you lose as well. Because I'll see you there.
Shake my ass.
I'll be shaking it as well.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, it's more okay. Can we keep this tight? I want to keep it a tight game. I don't want it like last year where you just pumped us sideways by 30 odd points, which as far as I'm concerned, 30 is too much.
It's a lot.
If you're going over 20, I don't know, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
you're not
that's not that
well.
honourable loss that you
Yeah, exactly. I just want a good fight. I don't think anyone's going to scream disaster if we lose by under 15 points.
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, yeah, man, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But with the outs that you have, I would say it probably tips to our advantage, maybe. I don't want to hang my hat on those words because we could very easily just lose this game completely. But I would love us to win. I genuinely don't know. We don't have a good record against Collingwood. We never have. It's usually a pretty close game. I think the trend is usually under 17 odd points either way. Usually. But because of your out, if you had Howe and Moore, I'd probably lean toward you. I'm going to lean toward us, but I reckon it's going to be by under a kick.
Far out. Look, I said buys by 2 goals. So 1 to 2 goals.
Okay.
That's going to be...
What do I win? What do I win?
You'll win me shaking my ass at Revs with that.
I don't know if that's a win. Okay.
Mate, it is going to be an incredible day. Thank you for taking your time out today. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, oh yeah.
One way or another, I'll see you on Sunday.
You know you will. You know you will.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, how good.
Dude, that was so good.